Hello, this is Miho, recording this in Canada. So today I'm going to talk about how to become a lucky personality. There are people who like that, right? They attract so many good fortunes or lucky things, and things go well with their lives. And I've been observing them because I wanted to become the one, to attract a lot of good things and, become a lucky person. And something that you can really scientifically back up how to do it and how, what the process is like. A lot of people think luck is something that it just comes from nowhere, which is true, but also there are different kind of luck where you can train yourself for. You almost like prep your mind for, so that your body attracts a lot of good things. What I mean by that is that your energy attracts a good thing. So in order to attract a good thing, you need to be a good energy ball. How to become that is done by your consciousness. And this is something that I found through my own experience, where when I had no idea about this consciousness, that I just went by my life, whatever it comes to that, my day, I just dealt with it. And then because my base was very negative, so that whatever came at me, I took it as in a negative way or twisted in a way that, it's not a productive way in a thought process, so that it turns out to be really a bad outcomes. Anyway, so when you start understanding of this consciousness, you have your own control of how you use this consciousness and how you put your consciousness to which directions. What I mean by that is, like, for instance, if you're very negative mode or low mode, where are you looking at? Usually you find yourself looking down and your posture get curled up, like a back is curved, and then you just feel low and you're always looking down and you forgot what's above your head. There's a sky and a beautiful scenery, but you're not looking at them. And then, so that when you just think, use the consciousness to put yourself posture back and put your shoulders back on the line of your ears, that really opens up your chest. That means automatically you start to looking upwards, which to the sky, your view will shift and you start breathing better because your posture is just makes you breathe better, right? And your stomach like stretch out so that you're not crunched up, right? And that itself makes you feel really in a good position. Look up. What's out there? It's a beautiful sky, beautiful scenery, instead of looking down. So for instance, your consciousness is the one that attracts good things or bad things. Whatever you're at, the consciousness, if you're in a low conscious level, it attracts a low vibration, like a bad things to you. But if your conscious level is high, it will attract really good high vibe things into your life. It's very simple when you understand from this point of view, and then you have something that this is something that you have control of. This is not like for somebody else who come to you and off and on switch. It would be nice, but you the only one who has this control, and you have full control of it. So you can really turn on and off depending on, how you put your conscious into place. So for instance, people who go into the beautiful park, and then people who are in a good mood or have a good conscious level, they start looking for flowers and, the birds, a beautiful scenery in the skies. And there's some people who, in the same place, in the same beautiful park, but they look down and they start looking for the garbage, looking for the poops from the dogs and all that garbage. And that's where their consciousness is, right? So it depends how you look at things. That's all it matters. And even though it's such a beautiful, beautiful park, if you start looking for the garbage, you will find one, right? No matter how clean you think it is, but you will find something wrong about it, right? So that's how applies to your life. Even though you're looking at the people, when you start looking for something bad, you always find one in anyone. Even though, people say this person is beautiful and successful and rich, but if you look hard enough, you could find something wrong or bad about it, because humans are not perfect, right? So instead, you start looking, putting a consciousness to something good for. You look very hard to find something good about this person, and then your conscious level will shift, right? Same thing for your life. What do you like to become, or how you want to live? What's your dreams? That direction you focus, you put the conscious level to it. Instead, you have things that you don't want, and you tend to focus on that, and then you start to dig in deeper and deeper, and your posture gets curled up, your vision goes down, your mode goes down too. And also the same thing for the problems, right? Everyone have some sort of problems or some sort of issues, but whether you pay more attention to how to solve this, looking for a solution versus looking for the more problems. The more you add energy to, the things gets bigger. So if you pay more attention to the problem itself gets bigger and bigger. Instead, you put more attention to how to solve it, how to get it better. And the attention is that, the good energy source, so that the solving problems, you start to get good ideas and, solutions. You find it from through other people, and all those information start to coming in. It's really simple, yet it's the shift that you need to pay attention to, so that it could be for anyone or anytime you could make this shift. And so, for instance, a lot of people probably heard this. When you're told not to think about the purple elephant, do not even think about purple elephant. What do you have in your mind, right? You cannot seem to get rid of this purple elephant, right? Because you just can't. That's the consciousness that you pay so much attention, and now all you think is that purple elephant. That's how strong your conscious is, right? And also, for instance, if you become pregnant for the first time, all of a sudden, the population of pregnant women are all over the world. So many of the pregnant women around us. What happened, right? But just because you're paying more attention to being pregnant, because you are pregnant, so that you pay more attention to those, right, aspects. So it really shifts your consciousness, because the brain is there's like such a, I don't know, it's just I can't explain, how big this is, right? Like it's just so much that we don't know, but you can only see things that you pay attention to. And for instance, you were told to look for a yellow car, and you think to yourself, yellow car, I don't usually see, that yellow car. But when you have that in your mind, you're told to look for it for a day. All of a sudden, your mind starts to look for a yellow car, and you literally come across the one. And in normal days, you'd never see it, right? Because you never pay attention. So that's how strong your conscious level is. So that you really have the full control of which, way to use your conscious level. So the better way is to pay more attention to what you want to become, or what you like to become, or what you desire, instead of what you don't want. And it's just a simple thing as like a posture, just straighten up your, the shoulder. This is harder to see, but the shoulder, try to line up your ear position. It opens up, and that itself really helps you to look up and feel better already. So it's just that your conscious level and where you target your conscious makes a huge difference. And always, people who are lucky, always looking for a solution, always looking for something good about people, or about the universe, about, daily life, instead of the negative aspect of it. They understand it's there, but, where the consciousness is targeted for. So your energy, you put more energy into, that's where you get it more of, right? So it's your choice, it's your freedom where to put your conscious level is too. Okay, so that's how I been doing to myself. So I shifted from looking down to looking up more, and then instead of looking into the problems more than to the I've been looking for more of the solution than the problem itself. So that's the shift you can make yourself. Okay, and I hope this helps, and see you in the next video.